3, 2. Welcome to the official first episode of the Unattached podcast. I'm Spencer Mahon.
I'm Tyler Bowman.
And I'm Shreyas Sriram.
So there's actually a lot that we have to talk about because there are some things that we didn't get to. We want to talk about the Chicago Marathon that happened not this past weekend, but 2 weekends ago. We want to talk about the Nike Oregon project getting shuttered and our thoughts on that whole situation because we didn't even really touch on that in episode 0. Shalane Flanagan retired today, or yesterday when we're actually recording this. But Shalane Flanagan retires from the sport, and we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the last weekend. We're going to talk about our last weeks and running and a couple other things. So, boys, let's kick this off with your weeks. Shrey, go first.
Oh boy. So this week was kind of like a first step back to training. Didn't really do a whole lot at the beginning, but whipped out a double on Saturday. So that's when you know it's for real, when you start doubling again. And then yesterday
Are you starting your week on Saturday?
No, I'm not starting my week on Saturday.
I was about to say, who starts their week on Saturday?
I was going to say, that's illegal.
I skipped directly over Monday through Friday because I basically did nothing. It was like 4-milers every day on turf, just the same old thing. And that's exactly what I did for both runs again on Saturday. So I figured I'd explain it all at once there.
Gotcha. And why don't you tell the listeners why you are stepping back into running right now?
Oh, good question. So I did the Bellingham Bay Marathon, September 29th, which as of this point is about 3 weeks ago. So before that, I was just kind of lazing around. Got back to running within about a week of that marathon, but was just going through the motions of it, not really taking it that seriously. Trying to go to the gym, put on some muscle. Just ended up getting fat instead. And so now we're actually starting to get serious because we got turkey trot season coming up, and I need to feel a little bit less guilty about how much I eat that day. So yeah, as I was saying, Saturday whipped out the double, so that's when you know it's getting serious. And then yesterday, Sunday, did a long run, quote unquote, which was my first one back. Started off with about 12 miles, did a little fartlek session on it, and feeling pretty good today. I think we might go for a run after recording this, actually, out in the rain in good old Seattle, where it's been raining for a week. But yeah, that's basically my week.
That's all it does in Seattle.
Not exactly. I feel like that, to be honest, it's entirely overhyped about how much it rains here. I mean, when it rains, I can't deny that it's either, like, it physically hurts, like, it feels worse than hail, but it's just rain, and it's, like, for a day, or it just drizzles and mists, and you can see rainbows everywhere for about 2 weeks straight, and I think that's what we're in right now. But otherwise, Seattle, like, a beautiful day in Seattle, I honestly think is topped by no other place, if only because Seattle pretty much consistently stays between the 50 to 70 range, unless, of course, we're getting smoked out by California and Canada with their wildfires and whatnot. But otherwise, I definitely think it's overstated about how much it rains here, and it's a pretty nice place to be in.
All right, fair enough. Tyler, you're next.
Actually, I have a question for Shreyas. So, I'm looking at your 12-miler on Strava right now, and
Indeed.
I'd like to congratulate you on the 800-meter world record.
Oh, of course. I ran a 139. I'm so sorry for not bringing that up. I ran a 139 800 and a 213 1K, which if one of you would like to fact check whether or not that is indeed a world record.
I think that is a world record. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah,
it doesn't even matter.
I don't even care.
I only set a PB in the 400, I'm afraid, with I believe a 46, which is about
47.
A 47. I'm very sorry.
Horse.
Which is about an 8-second PB, having run 55 before once in high school in a relay. And so yeah, I'm fairly proud of that. That said, I think people may have some issues with the GPS data, seeing as that was in the middle of a trail and the recovery jog following that was at 420 per mile. And I'm afraid I'm not in that kind of fitness.
They're just haters, dude.
Yeah, so
people
I
who
think,
say that.
I mean, it's kind of brought me down. I mean, I'm defending myself, and I don't really see why I need to. I think it's just all the comments have been getting to me. That said, I am talking closely with Alberto Salazar about a sponsorship. So, yeah.
Speaking of, not yet. We gotta go over him.
Yeah,
we'll get
I
to
guess
that
my
later.
weekend.
We might as well talk about that first, after we go through the rest of our weeks here.
Yeah.
Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Let me bring up the Strava real quick. You can cut this pause out.
We'll drop everyone's Strava links in the description of the podcast, depending on where it's at.
Oh wow, we're getting bold. I have 22 followers. Maybe I'll get another 3.
Yeah.
3 people listening to this. Good one. All right, let's see. I completely forgot what I did this week already. Impressive.
Good.
All right, let's see. Well, on Monday I did 3 miles. Kind of easy. Well, for me. Tuesday I did 4. Wednesday I did a workout. I did 10 by 300 at 5K goal pace with 200 jog rest, or I guess recovery. Did a mile warm up, and then I did those 10 300s at, I averaged 68s, which is pretty slow, but this is my first week back running. Well, like officially in 5 years, I think.
I didn't know it was that long. 5 years, damn.
4 years. It's been a while. Then I did a mile cool down, and then Friday I did 5 miles. Saturday I did 3. I actually held myself back on those. First time I've held myself back to make sure that I recover on a run ever. And then I did. Yeah, thanks. That'll never happen again. Don't get used to it.
I was going to say that's definitely never going to happen again.
Yeah. And then last night, Sunday night, I did a 7-mile long run at 7:30 pace.
At
totaling
midnight.
At 11:50. Yeah. Well, I work 3 to 11, so got to get in at some point. And I think that's 27 for the week. So we should probably talk about why I'm getting back into it officially instead of just running when I feel like it.
Of course. Why are you getting back into running, Tyler?
Yeah. Well, you know the answer to that, but we were watching.
Not. Please explain.
You were there.
No, I'm joking. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was a bad joke.
Me, you, and Matt, Mike, who?
Matt. It was Matt. Caspin Prince.
Yeah, me, you, and Matt were watching the 159 project. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Ineos.
The Ineos 159 challenge.
Yeah. And I said that if Eliud Kipchoge broke 2 hours, that I would run 25 miles a week for 2 weeks, 30 miles a week for 2 weeks, and then 35 miles a week for another 2 weeks, and then run the Cleveland Turkey Trot. So I guess I'm doing that. I guess I'm doing that now.
Yes,
so that's 1 week. It's 1 week down. Let's see what happens. I'm aiming for at least sub 20, which has only happened for me once before, since I never really raced 5Ks. I didn't run cross country, ran track. So yeah, that's how running's going. That took entirely too long to explain, but at least I don't have to do it again. Spence, how was your week?
Well, it ended with a marathon, which we'll talk about in, I would think, great detail. So Sunday was a 12-miler, just nice and easy. Monday was, I believe, Monday was just 7 miles, easy. 6.5 easy the next day. So same thing, different day. This workout I actually moved to the tread, and I kind of feel guilty about that, but what can you say? It was 2 miles at marathon pace, so about 5:30, with 4x400 at 5K pace just to get the legs ticking over. And then 6.66 miles on Thursday, 5 miles on Friday, and 2 miles on Saturday with the thon on Sunday, which totaled 27 miles because I decided not to cool down because I really couldn't. So
I can't say I blame you on that one.
Yeah, neither can I.
I was gonna say I think Shreyas knows the feeling all too well.
I mean, it's not like you can't physically. That said, I mean, you were obviously going way faster than I ever was. I would describe it as you're functional, but you're functional at the level of a normal human being. That would very much like to sit on the couch and watch Netflix for the next 8 hours while you're asleep for 6 of them.
Yeah. After you run that marathon, you're probably feeling like I do regularly.
Yeah, it's time. It's time for normal life to begin.
Yeah, and then today.
Also, you could also argue that your last 2 miles were your cool down.
Yeah, let's not talk about those.
Well, yeah, let's not roast him like that.
No, I'm kidding.
I still ran faster than you by 30 minutes.
You should definitely tell the listeners your time and how it went and what pace you held for how long.
Indeed, yeah, I would like.
It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so top 10.
You can save whatever you want for your own personal video, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this will be the same in the video. Top 10 overall, so obviously there's some silver lining here. 2:31:21, and like I was telling these guys a bit earlier,
in the debut, by the way.
I was saying I think anything below like that 225 to 226 range would be a major disappointment. And I mean, obviously it's not what I was looking for, considering I got out 5:27 for the first mile, and I felt like I was walking, but that's exactly how you're supposed to feel. So, got out 5:27, ticked that box. Then I ran 5:25, and then I just kind of settled into a rhythm of 5:25, 5:26, it was about 5:20, 5:20. Ran those actually back to back. Had kind of a rough spot at 7, where that was a 5:29, but it wasn't that rough because I got back on it at miles 8, 9, and 10, where I was 5:26, 5:22, 5:26. 11 was kind of slow because we did kind of like this weaving thing around a park on one of the southern ends of the course. This was the southernmost point of the course. They did this little awkward rectangle on the map, and it was something that I didn't like. But I hung on for a good while at about 5:30s. I got to 14 and it slipped back to 5:35, and this is kind of the point where I kind of started telling myself, smiled, like that whole Elliot Kipchoge thing, trying to consciously trick my brain into actually feeling good. Slipped a little bit more right as we got onto Ohio State's campus. And where I think the wheels pretty much fell off entirely was after 17 miles. Because we got into mile 18, we started working up the hill, and there was nobody on Ohio State's campus just yelling for the first half. Like I got carried through. I'll be honest.
What was your nutrition like through that?
I actually missed my second water stop at 10.7 miles, and I'm pissed about that. I'm not gonna lie. So I
What
split
about goose?
halfway.
Sorry.
Say that again.
What about like goose or like the carb packets?
Oh, I had Morton.
Got it.
I picked up a Cliff Energy shot on the way because I missed a second water stop, and I tried to make up for it, and I was making up for it far too late. I split halfway in 71:16, which is 1 hour 11:16, and I came back in 80:05.
71:16 is a time that I would like to hit just in a single one to begin with.
But yeah, I even rallied a little bit because I had a really rough 19th mile. I rallied a little bit at 20 once I got up the hill. And then I started going back down, and that's when everything slipped away. 24, 25, and 26 were all garbage miles, essentially. And
AKA, he ran them at my goal 5K pace.
I'm not sure, like, that's not a flex, but like just for where I thought I was, the 222 to 223 range, that was kind of a rough pill to swallow. I got absolutely scorched by a bunch of other people. There was a guy that I was ahead of at about halfway who flew by me at 15 miles. There was a guy who ran about 150 meters too far, then turned around and still beat me. The one thing I think I should have done is I had a couple club teammates trying to run 71 for the half. I should have just kind of sat on the back of that group, because when I split off from them, I split off from them at 5 miles. So right
As
around
in ahead of them or behind them?
ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
I split ahead of them, and that's when I ran that like 5:18. So I honestly wish I would have at least like had the gumption to not do that, because I think had I not done that, my perceived effort would be less, and I wouldn't have let it really slip away until like 21 miles. Because I would have still been running, I would have ran a full 10 seconds slower on miles 5 and 6. But hey, you live and you learn. You make a rookie mistake every now and then.
That's all hypothetical, though. First one's all about figuring out.
Yeah, I'd say okay. So what would you say were like your biggest learning experiences? Because I mean, like Tyler was saying, you live and you learn.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I am not upset about is that I fucking sent it. Like, I wasn't gonna leave anything to chance. I was gonna see if I could throw down in that 224 range, and I ended up going out in 222.30 pace. And I was feeling all right through halfway. And that's when I noticed I felt just all right. I kind of knew I was in a bit of trouble, because they're like making that move at 5 miles to separate from the pack. That was just me being an idiot and being impatient. So patience is probably the biggest thing that I learned there. Staying in a group would have helped a lot, but I'm also happy that I didn't stay in that group, because if I did, I would have had a real trouble at the water stop, which would have been a whole nother can of worms.
And you would have went 100 feet off course, like the one guy did. Maybe.
Who knows? I actually want to not use the Morton 17-ounce water bottles. I think
that was one question I had, because you said, so were you just doing the Morton liquid?
No, I did drink mix and gel.
Okay, so like at what miles? Because that was like the biggest takeaway for my second one was figuring out how to time the nutrition well.
Well, we only had 4 stops on the course. I missed the second one. I got the third one, and I got the fourth one and the first one. But the
what
first,
miles were they at?
6.5, 10.7, 15.7, and 20.7.
Okay, that's not the worst.
I had 3 extra gels, and I gave that to my friend who ran 2:15. So.
Oh, why? Well, why'd you do that?
Well, he said he needed gels. I'm like, I have extra gels. I honestly wish I would have brought my box of Morton calf gels, because I took a gel at 5K. I took obviously my first water bottle and gel. Missed the second one, and I feel like that's another place where I totally screwed myself.
So you're gonna use those next time?
I'm gonna use the drink mix again, yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get a smaller water bottle. My buddy, who came in from Greenville, South Carolina, I want to give him a lot of credit, because he had just as big of balls as I did, to be quite honest. Victor Pataki, he went out with the 219 group, and I have no idea how long he stayed with them. I just remember very vaguely making one of the last turns towards home and seeing him on the ground. I'm like, wait, what is happening? I was kind of confused.
Did he finish?
Yeah, he finished. He finished 3 minutes after me, and I walked up to him, and I remember seeing him and then seeing him in the elite tent, and I made that connection. I'm like, oh God, because like I kind of knew what happened, and he had a rough finish, but I mean, the dude had, like I said, just as big of balls as I did. He sent it, and just didn't happen for him on the day.
Fair enough. What's your next? You got an idea of what your next one's gonna be?
I want revenge, honestly. So I might have to pull that one out again. Put that one on the schedule.
Hopefully they
That's a
take
full
out
year.
the. Yeah, that is a full year. Hopefully they take out that 180-degree turn, though.
Oh God, you want to piss me off?
No. Let's not go over that.
Oh, we will go over that.
Looking like Dubai out here.
So, if you look at my Strava activity, which all of our Stravas will be linked in.
Oh, I got him. I got him going, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Too late.
Oops.
Yeah, this is your fault.
You say "oops" as if you didn't egg him on.
I just wanted to make a joke, but
no, this is a load of fucking bullshit. So this is what, mile like 6? Yeah, this is going into mile 16 and 7, or ending mile 16 and going into mile 17.
Well, Spencer, you got to remember, maybe you want a free entry next year. You know, you got to take it easy on the race director. who I don't know the name of.
Oh, I'm not gonna rip him, but like I would love for him to not have this part in the course.
Sure.
So there's a part where once you get onto Ohio State's campus, you make a left-hand turn onto Annie and John Glenn Avenue, which is by the Oval at Ohio State. It's one of the big campus greens over there. So they literally have you run 100 meters down the road just to make a U-turn and run back down the same road and get back on College Road North.
So do you get a good view of the campus at the end of that 100 meters, or
no?
There's just not really a reason to it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why they did that. They could.
So we were talking about this before. Where do they start the race at? Just for the listeners. So
they started at North Bank Park in the center of Columbus, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
They could literally move the start line 150 yards back to an intersection and not just start it at the pavilions. That's all they need to do. That's all they need to do. If they move the start even 100 yards back, you don't have to do that. Or you can start in the same place, but just put the finish line somewhere else.
Fair enough. Now, you've got another race coming up, don't you?
I have 2 possibly on the schedule, depending on how I recover. Considering I did 3 miles today.
And what was the pace at, just to flex on everybody?
6:40.
Yeah, okay.
Soft.
All right. Yeah. Understandable. Now, what are those 2 races?
I'm thinking of doing the Turkey Trot downtown.
And which one is that?
The Cleveland Turkey Trot. What else would it be?
Well, I mean, the
like
listeners
distance.
might not know.
But I mean, it's Turkey Trot season, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to embarrass everybody and run sub 15.
So you're gonna do the 5K with me then?
Yeah, but I'd beat you by 6 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes. You could not put 6 minutes into me. There's no way. In a 5K? I don't believe it. I would bet you on that.
You have to run under sub 20 then if you don't want it to put 6 minutes on you.
I'm going to be honest, my A goal is sub 19.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair though, Spence, I mean, don't get me wrong.
I do have 6 weeks of full running.
But unless you're actually not planning to take time off, a sub 15 seems pretty rough.
I'm actually not planning on taking any time off because I'm jumping right back on the track in December.
That's what I like to call. I don't even know. I was just gonna say being a fucking idiot, but
An insane person.
yeah. Oh, as I think Tyler's favorite phrase actually is fairly apt here. You're a crackhead.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll have to tell the listeners about the one time a crackhead threw ice cream at my car, but that's a story for another day.
No, I think you got to do it now. You can't just say that and then.
I just brought it. Just tell the story.
I'm absolutely not telling the story right now. We're gonna have to. I need at least 2 people to show interest in that story before I tell it, and not you 2, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, we could obviously have a full podcast just telling some ridiculous stories, not necessarily from running, but from other things.
One day.
Yeah. One day.
So you've got the alumni meet, right? For BW?
Yeah. And I'm entered in the 3K. I'm definitely using my racing flats in that. I don't know how they're gonna manage the tight turns, but I really don't care.
And when is that?
That's December 6th.
Oh, okay. I thought it was before the Turkey Trot for some reason.
No.
Okay, interesting. I think that wraps up everybody's training, right?
Yep.
And,
yep.
Future plans, unless Shreyas, you have something that you are.
I mean, beyond the Turkey Trot.
But,
I also actually do have a so the Turkey Trot's November 28th, and then I got free entry into a half marathon on December 1st. So the Turkey Trot will act like a nice little speed workout a couple days out from that.
Cool.
There you go. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. So I guess actually I'll say a couple words about the turkey trot because I do have some goals, which is just I would very much like to get a better road race under me than what my shitty road racing career has been thus far. Because my ability to race on roads at any distance under a 10K has been garbage. So I would ideally like to break my road 5K PR, which is a 16:37. And then the half marathon, I'm just eating it. More or less how I did the marathon. I'd like anything around 78-ish minutes, which is 6 flat per mile.
That's fast.
Not as fast as me.
Okay.
All right, that's you.
Calm down
go.
there, buddy.
You guys asked.
I'm just gonna put in a long bleep here. It's like, yeah.
Oh, geez, you didn't have to say that. Oh no. That's okay. So that you're cutting this out, but that's where you put bleeps in between what I just said, right? Yeah, there you go.
So that's what I think about you, you son of
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is not what you think about me.
So what else we got this week? What else happened?
I mean, I think if we're on the topic of marathons, we got to really step into talking about Chicago. Yeah.
Parker
the results for that,
finally
'cause
had his day.
I don't have them.
Yeah,
Did he,
I think
though?
Spence has been very excited about Parker. I mean, a 4-minute PR is nothing to joke about. Not to mention all of his talk on Let's Run about doing it more or less. I think at a certain point it was self-coached. I don't know if that's the way it has stayed the entire time.
I thought he was coached by.
He's coached by Dathan.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, but I mean, that said, for all of his talk before, he's put some money on the table. He's proved it.
So should we go through the U.S. guys?
I would say let's run through the race results. We can talk about the sprint finish, which actually was a good sprint finish.
Yes. Yeah, they finished within a second of each other. Well, I mean, all three of them finished within 3 seconds of each other. And then there was the other guy, 5 seconds behind him?
Yeah. I believe it was
Kuroki,
who was in the back, who I actually recognized from the London 2012 Olympics, because he was up in the mix there towards the end of the 5K.
But I mean, that is a stacked top 8 or 9.
Indeed.
Because once you get to 9, that's when the USA guys start rolling across the line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even recognize half of these US guys. I mean, granted, I haven't really been keeping up with the marathon scene a whole lot, but like Jacob Riley, not even sure.
Jacob Riley was a Brooks guy back in the day. He was a Hanson's guy.
Oh, he was the Hanson's guy. Okay. Jarrell Mock out of college. Impressive, 2:10. 1 second behind Jacob Riley.
Where'd he go?
What's up?
Where'd Mock go?
I don't know.
I'll get on top of that. Yeah, Parker Stinson finally had his day. He ran 2:10:53.
Is that you said that's a 4-minute PR for him?
Yeah, that's a 4-minute
Yeah, he ran at
PR.
2:14, I believe. Was it at CIM a couple years ago? But
Yeah.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
Darryl Mock, Colorado State.
I wonder who's he coached by right now.
I don't know.
I tried to check him on Instagram, and I don't know if he has one. Very, very interesting.
That's interesting.
So Parker Stinson, 2:10:53.
Andrew
I'm big on young Stinsoni making the team next year. Because of his, what was that, the 25K championships result?
Yeah, the American record in the 25.
Yeah, I just think he needs some more strength, But
yeah,
I really still this is looking good. I still think that he can run next year. I
faster.
think he can run like 207 next year. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
I think this is going to be a hot take, but I think this is the correct take. Parker Stinson is better than Galen Rupp.
All right, expand.
Currently or like?
No, he's going to be better than Galen Rupp come trials time.
So you're talking in specifics of them racing at the Olympic trials. Parker's going to beat Galen.
That is
because
bold.
Parker was a whole hell of a lot tougher than Galen was. Galen DNF'd.
Yeah, but with all this stuff with NOP, he doesn't even have a coach now. Who's he going to be coached by?
I mean, to be fair, Pete Julian pretty much only covers the middle distance guys.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I guess Hassan's technically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know with Safan Hassan. That'll be interesting.
But I mean, Galen Rupp's only ever been coached by Alberto Salazar. We'll get into the NOP stuff later. We got Andrew Bumblow right behind Parker Stinson, Matt McDonald behind them.
Bumby actually ran really well. I can't remember if that was a PR for Bumby or not.
I don't think so. Let's see.
But that's one of the first breakthrough races he's had in a while, I think.
That is a PR. That is a PR.
That's what I thought.
It's a PR by 3 minutes. Wow.
Okay.
That's not bad at all.
Scott Smith was up
Very
there.
good.
Noah Droddy. Noah Droddy had himself a really good race. I think Noah Droddy was kind of in the same boat as Parker. Is like he kept showing up and he just wasn't really having his days. And at Chicago, he finally had his day. And even though he was just outside of the new quote unquote Olympic standard, he's well under. And I think for Noah Droddy, that was a PR as well.
And then you got.
I'm unsure.
You got
Noah Droddy, by the way, Division 3 product, DePaul.
You can't forget about Wilkerson Given, who was 2 seconds behind Noah Droddy. Everybody knows who that is, right?
Yes, of course. He's a household name.
And you got Diego Estrada.
Yeah,
I'm
very happy for him to have had a good performance. It's been a while, and he used to be a pretty big name, like during the Ryan Hall era, even.
Yeah. I don't know half of these guys, and while it's impressive that we have a lot of depth with guys who can run over 210, I can't say I'm not disappointed that nobody went under 210 on the U.S. side.
I mean, they were knocking on the door. Riley threw down a slight negative split, I believe. It was, 65-24, 65-12. So he ran a really solid race overall. Jarrell Mock, he did something very similar where he threw down an even split.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of the guys were 105-25 through half.
Yeah, it was very consistent. There was a pack. There was a big freaking pack.
For everybody, outside of the top 8, they were all coming through at 105-25. The lead group went through half in 102-15.
Yeah, which is absolutely no joke at all. So.
No, and I mean, Mo Farah didn't even go at that pace.
Yeah, that was honestly the most surprising. Galen, I'm not terribly surprised by, if only because he has surprisingly been
consistent.
One of those upper end elites, which has been consistent, but also been consistent in how susceptible he is to injury. So given that, like, Galen didn't particularly surprise me, but Mo did, given that he's been training pretty hard, and for him to have an off day. That said, I mean, anyone can have an off day, but I suppose the timing, obviously, with the NOP stuff was just unfortunate in terms of PR. Or from a PR standpoint, PR saying that in that term sounds really poorly phrased.
Yeah, public relations.
Yeah.
I know what you were talking about. But I mean, it was the same way for Galen and Jordan, who both dropped from the race. Jordan Hasay dropped at mile 2.
Did
Galen,
she drop that early? I thought she made it to like 10.
No, she dropped at like 2 miles.
Jesus.
She dropped pretty early. She might have made it through 5K and dropped. I'm not 100% sure. Galen
She was jogging for a while though, I heard.
Yeah, she was trying to get rid of it and see if she could get back on the horse and try and run a 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
I would think. And even that couldn't happen, so she just dropped. So kind of the same thing with Galen. Galen, I don't even think really had it at all on the day. But I mean, that's part of the fickle aspect of marathoning.
It's hard for both of them too, with all the behind the scenes stuff going on.
Yeah, and I mean, this only makes their DNF a even bigger disaster.
Very true.
But I mean, I'm gonna pull out one of the phrases that I used when I posted my post race synopsis on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you swing and you hit the home run, and sometimes you swing and miss. Well, I mean, that's an apples to oranges type of thing. And though I don't think like I necessarily struck out, I might have hit a single or a double. But I mean, like that, when you drop from a race like that, like you swing and miss, and it's very disappointing when you put in all that time and effort and you literally swing and miss. But when you hit the home run, like it's obviously the opposite. But I mean, that's like the closest comparison that I could bring up. But this for the American guys outside of Galen, this bodes well. This bodes really well.
Yeah, that's probably the best sign out of this has been just the performance by Americans and indicating that there is at least some future for American distance running, in the sense of both consistency and general being competitive to some degree, especially on on an international caliber of this kind of race. I think it's been a very long time since Americans have done this well, this consistently, and also just placed well. So like just tactically, forgetting the times, just tactically too, it's a pretty good thing.
Sure.
Tactically, I think that was the best part.
I don't know. I guess for me, I think most of the guys, I mean, they went through in 105.25. So, I mean, obviously they were going for the Olympic standard, right?
Yeah, the 2:11:30 standard.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like for somebody like Stinson, like Andrew Bumbelow, like I guess Jarrell Mock now and right Jacob Riley.
Yeah, definitely.
Who are I mean going to be in the mix next year. You just wonder if like them splitting like a 104.30 and then trying to hang on would be better for them, since they have quite a bit of time before the U.S. trials, like trying to get a fast one in, I mean, I'm not saying all of them have that in them. I'm just saying, I wonder if it would make, would it make you feel better to run like a 2:09.30 and hang on and run sub 2:10, or to like just to get the Olympic standard? I don't know. It's just, I guess you want to make sure that you have it before the trials, but for like a late season, for like an end of the year race, I feel like you should just go for it. If you're peaking for this.
I mean, they also have CIM in December, so that's like 7 weeks, and I think that's what Galen's going to end up doing.
But like, are all of them running that though?
I feel like a fair amount
probably
will.
Not now.
Yeah, not now, but whoever.
Oh yeah, because they don't need the
Yeah, they don't need as much time off. Not to mention, I mean, that's a fast race. That seems about one of the best places to do it.
I guess that makes sense then. Forget what I said. That makes sense then.
Well, I mean, you're not terribly wrong, but at the same time, like what you said makes more sense in the perspective of why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, I mean, if you think that you're in, obviously like mid 209 shape, why wouldn't you just try and? I guess it is Chicago though, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
yeah.
And when you have a big pack that's going through at 105.30, you're probably not going to try and go through faster than that.
No, I would have just sat right in that pack. The thing is, psychologically, is you're working less hard than if you're running alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm going to draw a lot of comparisons to my own race where that's exactly what happened. I split from a pack and ran alone for a long time. A very long time.
Yeah. I just, to me, you wonder for somebody like Parker Stinson, who thinks like, oh, I'm probably better than Andrew Bumbleow, Matt McDonald, Scott Smith, Noah Droddy. Like, if he thinks that, Jarrell Mock, obviously. If Jarrell Mock and Parker Stinson, Andrew Bumbleow think like, oh, I'm better than all these other guys who are, either barely making the Olympic standard or just missing it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They don't have faster times than them though. So I don't, like terribly faster times. Like nobody's going like 2:08. I know there's a lot of guys in the mix, but I would have liked to see. I would have liked somebody to just go out and just hammer it and show like I am gunning for a top 3 spot at the trials and nobody's gonna stop me, sort of thing. It would have been cooler to me, but
yeah, I mean that's not a bad way to look at it either. That's not a bad way to look at it.
I just like seeing fast times. I'm a slut for some fast times.
I think we all are, honestly.
I mean, I prefer it when they're my fast times, but sure.
But yeah, Jacob Riley outkicking Jarrell Mock, Parker Stinson. That's like, will he be in the top 5 at the trials?
He might.
I can't wait for the trials race, dude. I just wish we had a better idea of like who was gonna be up there, but I guess it does make it more exciting for
I think by
us
December,
to have no clue.
There should be a pretty good established lineup by December-ish.
I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on who's gonna be the top 3, because I have a top 3 set in my mind.
I honestly have not been thinking about it that much. I'd probably have to. I'll voice my opinion next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same. We'll probably talk more about trials as they get closer.
Yeah, because I think at this point, like CIM's probably a pretty good benchmark to also figure out like where trials people are going to go or who's going to be at the trials and so on.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Victor was talking about. He has one last ditch and he'll fly to Sacramento and run CIM and see what happens. Because he's fit. Like he went out pretty hard in that Columbus race. And I just remember seeing him go out. I don't think I saw him after about 3 miles. And I was like, dude, Jesus Christ. Let me see. I'm just going to pull up his Strava here. Yep. So these were his first splits. 5:16, 5:18, 5:14, 5:18, 5:12, 5:11, 5:21, 5:12, 5:14,
Wow.
5:14, 5:17, 5:18, 5:09, 5:18, 5:27, and that's when he fell off. He fell off the train at 15 miles. So he fell off the train about the same time that I did.
So what's that? What's like a 5:15? What would that bring you to for a
I
full?
think a 5:15 is probably a 2:17-ish, 2:16 high.
Is it?
I think it's
Well-
like 2:17 and change.
Yeah, because I think a 2:19 I think is pretty damn close to. Oh wow, our power just flickered. A 2:19 is pretty damn close to like 5:20. So I'm just basing it off that.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a bold bid from him, and I think we'll see Victor at CIM because he definitely talked about CIM as the last ditch. So I definitely think we'll wait until CIM to talk more about trials, because CIM is what, first or second week in December?
Yeah, second week of December.
Okay. So I would say let's hold off on a top 3 until after CIM.
Mm-hmm.
And we can keep moving forward, because we mentioned this earlier, the Oregon project being shuttered, the thoughts on the suspected doping. We didn't really touch on that in episode 0. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much to say anymore because, I mean, at this point, I think the best thing to do is, at least my opinion, is to wait until more information is released, because beyond the coaching ban and, beyond the coaching ban, I mean, there's pretty much nothing to say outside of the scope of what everyone's known, which is that NOP is no longer, there's no merch, there's no website, so forth.
wait, the website's gone too?
Yeah, the website's
yeah.
gone. Store's gone.
The whole deal is gone.
Currently we're 21 days removed from from the news that he got banned. So like, I don't know if we should even bother at this point. But right now I'm wondering like where everybody's gonna go. You know, like
Yeah.
like what they're gonna do. Because I think, again, ripping this. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Ripping this straight from the 1609 podcast. They think that they're going to form basically a not Oregon project group.
Oh boy.
I think that would be hilarious.
I mean,
I
that
wonder.
would be hilarious, but at the same time, like, obviously they've got some legal shit to go through, where I'm pretty sure NOP at this point is probably, at some point or another, unable to be used again.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. Like I just wonder who Rupp's gonna have coach him. He's been with Salazar for 100 years now, I think.
Yeah,
100 years now.
Like I said, I think the middle distance guys are safe, given Pete Julian, and he hasn't had any issues. But yeah, you're right. Like Galen. I mean, who else really is there on the upper end? Galen, Sugaru. Who else is the high end? I think actually, yeah. If I think those are the only marathoners left. Well, yeah, Safan's left, but I think she does enough 1500 stuff that I think, like, at her core, I think she's probably trained as a mid distance person. That said, I think she's definitely been known as one of the Salazar disciples. Oh, and obviously Kajelcha.
Oh yeah, Kajelcha.
Yeah.
I don't know who Kajelcha is gonna have coach him.
Yeah, because I think Kajelcha and Safan were the two sort of middle distance people that were still under Salazar. Because everyone else, it was pretty clear. It was pretty clear that Clayton Murphy, Donovan Brazier, and Craig Engels were all under Julian.
I thought Hassan was under Julian too.
I'm unaware.
I'm not sure.
Safan's a guess. Kajelcha, I'm pretty confident that he was a Salazar dude. Safan is a wild guess, but that's only because she was doing because she has done 10Ks. Yeah, and she wanted to do half. So, yeah.
I think Julian's traveled with her to a lot of the things, which is why I think she's under him.
Gotcha.
But you guys have any Oregon Project gear that you're
I'm burning all mine.
you're gonna hold on to? No, you better hold on to that. It's gonna be worth something
hold on to that,
years.
dude. On eBay, that's easily like triple the price value now.
Exactly. I have a
Even
singlet.
used?
I have a singlet with the even used.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless there's shorts, then maybe not. If there's like
Oh, they're half tights.
people.
They're half tights.
Oh, geez,
they're
it's
half
even worse.
tights. Well, no, half tights. I feel like you're fine because at least you've got your own pair of underwear there.
You'd rather wear a pair of half tights from somebody else than a pair of split shorts?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, like I could care less either way because
I see you differently now.
I mean, as long as they're, because dude, what in high school cross country, you get a pair of shorts, but you return them at the end of the season. So like, someone else is wearing them next season, and whoever wore them the season before you wore them. So like, yes, you have a season in them, but at the same time, like, but also with half tights, I wear my own boxer briefs underneath half tights. I do not fly solo in boxer and half tights.
Dude, if you fly solo in half tights, you're an idiot.
Yeah, honestly, that's just asking for chafing.
Fucking idiot.
Wait, hold on. I mean, I don't own a pair of half tights, but I mean,
no. Okay, there's a difference between compression shorts and half tights. All right.
Compression
shorts are basically, those are underwear, but those, for the most part, they're not long enough, and like half of those things, when you stretch them out, they're basically see-through. So that's like a whole risk factor right there.
Do you wear compression shorts under
I do not.
Half tights?
I have 2 pairs of old compression shorts that I had because I wear them under full tights during the cold winter. But half tights are the only ones that I might wear in the summer, and underneath those, I'm wearing a pair of dry fit boxer briefs.
Hey, there we go.
That's so strange to me. But I don't own them, so I don't, But yeah, I've got a singlet with the skull and the wings on it, and like an all black one, and then I got a neon, like that lime Nike color, like a half zip.
Yeah.
For running, like pullover.
Damn.
I can't wait to sell those in 20 years.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're
Dude, it's gonna be
$100 like each.
Dude, it's gonna be just like the Athletics West stuff.
Exactly. You just straight up, you just yoinked that from the Inside Running podcast, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you sure did. You can't fool me, dude. I listen to all of them.
You guys listen to the only running one I listen to is strength running. So like the only thing I can bring here is like.
And I don't even listen to that one.
Yeah.
I think, I might be wrong, but wasn't Salazar part of Athletics West?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I
just figured while we're on the
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I know literally nothing about Athletics West, but what were you saying?
No, I was just thinking while we're on the doping bit, while Spence is, I believe, fact-checking his Salazar comment, was just, what are your guys' thoughts on Kosuke shattering the record by, 70 seconds?
Oh, gosh, she's doping. Come on.
I don't have a comment on that one.
I would need to do more research on what Kosuke's performances have been like. That said, I am inclined to believe that, but at the same time, I don't know why part of me wants to believe that, like, why my instinct would be to believe that she is while Kipchoge is not. And obviously, I think to some extent that's because of the way Kipchoge presents himself.
I think
but that said, I feel like they're both. There is an element of suspicion, I think, surrounding both of them. Kosuke just a little bit more, given how long the women's world record half marathon is, or the women's record marathon has stood for, and Kipchoge being given a bunch of.
People thought that was untouchable. That was the problem. Well,
yeah,
but that was the thing.
I'm just gonna say that it reminds me a lot of the women's steeple record that just went down. I mean, just went down, but
Chip Koech.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, because I have a stance where I think that like everybody's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
But like for Kipchoge, it's the consistency, like how he's been running. Like he's won 10 out of his 11 marathons, right? I think it is.
And
it's a marathon. Like it's super hard to do and hard to get everything right every single time.
But it seems he's got it right every single time. And I mean...
Exactly. And Bridget Koskei, I haven't seen her do that yet. I mean, if she starts doing this, like, for the next 3 years and she's, nothing comes out, I'll say, hell yeah, dude, that was crazy. I can't believe it. So I'll suspend my disbelief for now. But with her agent being linked to...
Yeah, I was
quite a few
Rosa,
female marathon dopers. Let's just, put 2 and 2 together on that one.
Yeah.
She also went from 218 to 214.
Yeah, that was my thing. Not even the margin on the world record, the margin on her own time. Because 218, even among women, I think that stacks up at least easily close to the top 20. I'm not going to put... I'm not gonna put false words in my mouth by pretending I know what it is.
I think that may be top 10.
Yeah, so that's why I was leaning top 10.
Low 218's top 10. I'll check on that too. Also,
cool. Spencer's our fact checker.
Oh, but Spencer, was Alberto Salazar part
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
was
he was.
Very interesting. So get a couple of those shirts. Get an Athletics West shirt and an NOP shirt signed by him. Dude, you're making bank.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
Obviously, it would have to be on the black market, but
yeah, you can't put that shit on Amazon.
That was a black market joke because of the drugs.
No, I got you. Well, I think. Well, I think to be honest, while he's also fact checking the times, I think while we're on the topic of Kipchoge, unless anyone else has something else, I figure we could just talk about why there might not be as much suspicion around Kipchoge, and that's because he's got the Pacers, the pace car, the whole deal.
The shoes.
And he's got some 2-inch shoes on him. He's got a pair of heels on him.
Basically.
He's got moon boots. I'm like,
yeah. That's some Back to the Future shit right there.
We'll see if so I'm gonna get a pair of let's see. They were the I'm actually gonna get these.
You're actually gonna get the Alpha Flies?
No. Those are coming out next December, so probably not.
Fucking hell.
They'll be out during the Olympics.
You remember the shoes that I sent you, the old looking ones?
Oh yeah, those ancient ones.
The 1977 Nike Waffle Racers. These are on sale right now on Nike.com for $85. They're a throwback to
if you
break
20 in those,
if I break 20 in these, there's no such thing as good shoes. All right.
At that point, you're in better shape than Kipchoge.
This is exactly what I'm doing. Just to prove to everybody that there's no such thing as shoes.
Wait, say the name of the shoe again.
It is
the Nike Waffle Racer, I believe.
Exactly. I'm gonna specifically get the blue and yellow colorway because those look pretty tight to me, and they'll match my Hokas that I have, my Clifton 6s.
There you go. I was actually gonna consider getting the Carbon 1Xs for my marathon next year since I don't have a marathon.
Carbon Xs or Carbon Rockets from Hoka.
Because those are two different shoes, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the Carbon X that I'm getting.
The flats, not the big chunky ones that they used for Jim Walmsley's record.
Yeah, no, not the ones.
Not those ones, but the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Those are the Carbon X, right? Yeah.
No, those are Carbon Rockets.
Wait. Gosh.
I swear they are all one name.
The Carbon X is the one that they use for Walmsley's 50-mile world record.
Okay. But you're gonna get the Carbons? Yeah. Okay.
The Carbon Rockets.
The Carbons.
The original Carbon shoe.
Wait, no, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm getting the Carbon X's. Then, yeah, I'm getting whatever Walmsley got because I'm looking at the prices on Hoka 1.1 and the color waves, and I was looking at the Carbon X's.
So you're getting
the Carbon X's have a better colorway, I think.
Yeah, I was planning on getting the Carbon X's for my next marathon. But if the Alpha Flies really are coming out in December, I might, just roll with the Peg Turbos again, and then drop a good
500.
300.
No,
yeah, it could be.
Nope.
If it's anything above 300, I'm not getting them.
They're going to be at least 350. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you're probably right.
gotten some insider information on those ones.
Yeah. If they're anything above 300, like even with like some Christmas deal or some shit, then I'll get the Carbon X's. But if they're 300, 300's my cap. I'll deal with all the shipping and handling. But if they're 300, then I'm getting that for Boston 2021.
Okay, so I have the top 10 list, which
For women?
it includes multiple, and then I have the top 10 fastest without repeating.
Without repeating people, like PRs list?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and these are the 10 fastest marathoners on record eligible.
Yes,
obviously
without male pacers, I would imagine.
No, this is with male pacers because Bridget Koski's time is in here.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So what would that put her at? Her second fastest time. We know what her
2:18:20 I think was her second fastest. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd put her number 10 all time on a record eligible course because that was London this year.
Well, there you go.
Damn.
Dude, that's a difference of 10 seconds exactly per mile.
Quite the jump. Again, 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think we need to say too much on that, but it's kind of like Tyler said, put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. So, did you guys hear about that? They're officially going to who is this? What are they called now? Come on, why did they change?
World Anti-Doping.
World Athletics.
Oh, IAAF.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway, they changed their name, but they're officially opening up like testing into the next percents to see, I guess, how much they actually help. I mean, other people have done this before, but
they found nothing.
Well,
they did it with the 4% when people started smashing records. But
did they?
I think they did, or there were rumors that they were going to.
I know there have been people who have tested them. There was
Yeah, I wasn't aware of like an official report from a third-party organization.
Well, there have been third parties that have done it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, third party at like their level. So I'm basically saying I wasn't aware of one that they had done specifically detailing the improvements and whatever legality issues there may have been.
Yeah. I mean, they're testing to see how much they help, which I am very interested in seeing those results. I'm sure you are too, Shreyas, because you have the biomechanics background.
Oh, I thought you were just going to go shoes. Yeah, I have the biomechanics background. And some exercise science thrown in there. So
yeah, you are the smart one.
I'm actually hoping to land a little research position for next year in a human performance testing lab, which would be pretty dope.
You gonna test yourself? See how efficient you are?
No, not like a VO2 max test. Speaking of which, I do have a Groupon for that. I should try that. But there's like a full human performance physiological lab where they basically do like all of the biosensing data, like mechanics of pretty much all athletes, because they have it at University of Washington. And so they basically just test all of like the athlete profile data, figure out biomechanics. They obviously have a VO2 max testing center as well. But like if you've ever seen like that image back when the like Peg 36s came out with Mo Farah, when they had all of those ads with him in like a treadmill running with all those things taped up to him, like it's basically one of those labs.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We love seeing that.
Yeah, so hopefully if I land that, that'd be pretty cool. Have a little bit more data.
You don't need to use your Groupon though, because your Garmin tells you what your VO2 max is, and you know that's never wrong. So.
Oh yeah, that's definitely never wrong. You know what? Let's see what exactly that says for me. Right now, my recovery advisor is another 56 hours since that Sunday run.
After my long run Sunday, it said 72. I didn't even know I could go that far.
No, I can. Dude,
I've gotten 6 days before as my worst.
No way. How?
It was
What
after
did
my
you do?
first marathon. It's my heart rate, according to my first marathon, it never dipped below 192.
Oh, so you died.
Yeah, I died.
Yeah.
So it gave me 6 days. So yeah, it's now been almost 36 hours since my long run, and I still have another 56 to go.
Where are you finding this at?
This is literally on my watch. I'm pulling this up on my stats.
On your where's that at? Very good audio here.
Yeah.
What do you hit for that?
My running VO2 is 58 right now, which on the race predictor it translates to a 17:43. So I've got 6 weeks to come down a minute in the 5K. That said, it also says my marathon is 2:49, which would be a PR. So
there you go. My stats, found it. Recovery advisor. 47 hours left. Perfect. That's not gonna happen. VO2 max 50. Okay. That's impressive for not running ever. 5K race predictor 2050. So I have 72. All right.
There you go.
Relax. 72. Do you guys know what Prefontaine's was?
80.
Yeah.
They said it was like 82. Yeah, it's crazy. 5K race predictor 2050. So I have 6 weeks to get that down 2 minutes, which is definitely
that seems feasible.
a thing that.
I feel like half of it will just be like weight loss from like sticking to training again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, definitely.
I am about 10 pounds over race weight, which is not to say I'm overweight. But I'm 5'9" and 150, so that's obviously not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
But my 5K PR apparently is on my watch, because I don't really race, is 22:42, and I think I've split that in a long run. So
Nice.
Maybe. I mean, on Strava it says that my long run on Sunday. This is not interesting to anybody but us three, so you might want to cut this out. It says I got my second fastest 5K in, let me see, at 23:08. So I'm sure in an actual race I could probably run 4 minutes faster than that, right?
Yeah.
For just 5K? Maybe.
Probably.
Here's to hoping, I guess. The Nike Waffle Racers are going to improve my time by 10%. So.
Yeah,
the
you're
Nike
banking it all
Waffle
on
Racer
them.
10%. But
You
yeah,
gotta bank it all on them.
my 5K race predictor is 14:33. So.
Okay, well, fuck you then. Oh man.
106.40 for a half, which I actually think is reasonable.
So do I. Especially with pacing.
I mean, considering the fact that, like, if you put me on the Columbus course, with how good I actually felt, I probably could have sent it with the group that was going for like 68 high, 67 low, and I might have been able. I might have been able to drop it that last mile because like I talked about earlier, the group dynamic, like you're not working hard while you're running in a group.
So what else? What else do we have to talk about?
Well, I was gonna say, Spencer, what was your 5K predictor again?
14:33.
Oh, damn it! I thought you said 35, because then it would have been precisely 10 seconds faster than Shalane Flanagan's 5K PR.
I mean, it's somewhere in that neighborhood. I could. The book that I don't use, but my coach used in college.
Good pickup on the segue, Spencer. Yeah, talking to Shalane Flanagan.
I was gonna say, I was like, dude,
she's retiring.
A perfectly placed segue right there.
Dude, look at the time we're recording this podcast.
Yeah, we're learning. Sorry, guys. Sorry, listeners.
We're 75 minutes deep and still going.
We're figuring out. Here's the hope in this podcast only ends up like 45 minutes long, but
the second 45 will just be. Well, I mean, if I just like cut all like the awkward pauses, I feel like that's easily a good 10 minutes down right there.
We're gonna have 1% listener retention rate.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. Yeah.
Ben is gonna put us on and set his phone down in the corner and never listen to us again.
Yeah. No. This is a perfect long run podcast for people. That's it. They listen to this during their long run.
Yeah, or they could go to the podcasts that we already mentioned that are actually they know what
the
they're
actual
doing.
good ones.
You know what? Hey, bleep those out. Just bleep those out. All right. We're not giving away free advertising out here. All right.
No, what I said we should just put this on Patreon and do like the first 40 minutes we actually just fuck around, and that's like a bonus episode, and like the second 40 minutes when we're already like in our groove talking properly, that's what we put on Patreon. That's what we put out for free.
We should put out everything for free.
Are you kidding me? I want some pennies for this shit.
Oh, dude.
Is that not why you guys joined in?
Come on.
I joined in for that money, yo.
I joined in because Spencer said join this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So speaking of Shalane.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
One of the greatest American female marathoners in history.
Indeed.
I would say some would say distance runners.
Yeah, I would argue distance
Yeah,
runners.
I agree.
Especially, I mean, I think after her it was second place, right? Her second place Olympic trials performance. Because that was, especially even on the women's side, that was pretty ridiculous. I mean, obviously the day goes to Amy Craig at that time, but for Shalane Flanagan to do that, come back and then sort of pseudo retire and then come back to smash New York City is incredible.
I think New York City was the best moment. Like that was so much fun to watch.
I put that on par with Meb's Boston dub. In terms of 14, what a moment it was for American distance.
Yeah, 14, right? Was some Meb win you were talking about.
Yeah.
But I just remember something that John Anderson was saying. Let me find it here. I just want one last big proud moment because that can last for years. And John Anderson of ESPN was in the commentary box with Kerry Tollefson, another distance running legend in the United States. And you literally could you can hear Kerry Tollefson shaking. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe that it was going to happen. Because at that point, it had been, about 30 or almost 40 years since an American woman won New York City?
Yeah.
And with that being said, I would say you can definitely put that on par with Meb's display in Boston, especially the timing of it.
Uh-huh.
And you might even be able to put that on the same level as Desi Linden's win in the 2018 Boston shitstorm.
Yeah,
true.
And that is the sole reason that Yuki Kawauchi is a pro.
Yes. Well, I mean, he was known for busting out marathons twice a week.
That dude's
until then, yeah.
That dude's a beast, but you win Boston, you win six figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. That said, actually, at the time, wasn't there a discussion that because he was in some sort of full-time position, right? And so I think I feel like there was something mentioned about him not being able to accept the entire prize money.
Yeah, doesn't he work for the government as a policeman or something?
Yeah.
You can cut that out if I'm wrong. Let me check his...
He got the entirety of it. I assume I just mixed up a story in terms of how much money he was putting towards marathoning before, and then how much he was now since he committed.
Yeah, cut that out completely.
Yeah, it's fine. And begin. No.
I don't know.
I'm looking at so I went to Yuki Kawauchi's I went to his Wikipedia page.
Oh,
you guys seen this?
Oh,
why?
No.
I'm intrigued.
It's unbelievable. I can't. There's too many.
Oh, that.
I can't. There's so many of them.
Wait, are you talking about the marathons?
The marathons and the half marathons. There's so many of them.
Oh yeah, let's see here. We've got a. Well, I was gonna count, but no, I gave up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's run
Dude,
over
an animal.
80. He's run over 80 sub 220s.
And these are just the listed ones. So I don't even know if there's more than that.
Holy!
It looks like about 15
Holy shit!
a
What
year.
the fuck? Hold on.
It's like 15 a year. What the?
Yeah, he's an animal.
So
2015 is 18 half marathons.
hold on.
Wait, look at the full marathons though.
No, there's a couple I want to mention in the halves.
So how many did you say he ran in? How many half marathons did you say he ran in
Okay, so
2015?
I just did the math. It was 18 half marathons and 14 marathons in 2015.
I thought it was 13. Did I do the math?
There
He
was
won a
1
lot of these,
224, and all of the rest of them are basically in the range of 216 down to 211. And in the half marathons, like all of them are sub 70, with a couple of them at 64, which is just. Oh no, sorry, never mind. One of them's at 63, for fuck's sake.
No, there's a couple I actually want to note.
I mean,
here
look at his
that'll blow your
2017
damn
season.
mind.
It's even crazier, dude. Go ahead.
So these are.
Oh, it
half
says it in
marathons.
world records, doesn't it? Right at the bottom. Is that what you're looking at?
No, I'm.
Okay, go
Scrolling-
ahead.
I'm scrolling through his halves. The Kuki half marathon in Saitama, Japan, which I think that's where he's from. He's from the
Yeah.
Saitama prefecture. 106.42. Wearing a three-piece suit.
Hey, the course is uncertified.
The man's a legend, dude.
And same marathon next year, he ran a 65.03 in what I would believe to be his high school uniform or junior high school uniform.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Are you guys
These-
looking? Go to the bottom and look at the world record.
Yeah, this world record is shortest period of time between two sub 10s, 2 weeks. 6 weeks between two sub 209s.
And now you're looking at this man. This is exactly why I am not impressed that nobody dipped under 210 in the men's side at Chicago.
Yeah.
This is why.
12 216s or less. in
92
one
sub
calendar year.
220s. 92 sub 220s.
And then his ultra marathon record, he's pretty much done one a year. Oh, never mind. He did 2 in 2018. And all of them are under 3 hours.
All
God.
of his 50Ks are under 3 hours.
All but one are faster than my marathon PR right now.
This man is basically Eliud Kipchoge in terms of consistency, but like
He's
a little bit
fucking
slower.
robot.
Yeah. Yo, we need to get a Breaking 2 project for this man.
I want a
Also-
breaking 206 project for him.
Psychologically, this guy has got to be able to do something crazy.
The one thing I want to mention,
wait, hold on. I got one more thing to say about him. He's training through and for the Olympics next year, he's finally going to peak. He's going to run 145.
yeah,
I'm
right.
calling it now.
Go on, Spence.
The only half marathon that is not sub 70, he wore a fucking panda costume.
Oh, I just saw that. Oh, and it's a 70.03, so it's not even like bad.
Dude, that's faster than my half marathon PR. Come on.
7003 wore panda costume. Okay, thanks Wikipedia. Cool.
Oh.
He's just been going out for easy long runs on weekends.
Yeah, that's it.
He's gonna peak and he's gonna run 145.
As
Bold
a
bold
routine,
prediction.
I can't fucking handle this.
If he
dude.
does it, you heard it here first, boys.
yeah, we're immediately gonna shoot to the top of the trending podcast list on iTunes when he does it. As a routine, Cabo
The government's-
always eats a dish of curry the night before every race.
Why? Oh.
Hey, that's the brown lifestyle right there. You eat curry every day.
Listeners, Shreyas can say this because his name is Shreyas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If you couldn't tell, I'm brown. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So this dude has ran the 2011 World Championships, the 2013 World Championships, the 2015 World Championships. I'm gonna assume.
Oh my god.
Hold on, wait.
No, I don't see a 2015. He missed
Looking-
2015 and 2016.
Looking at his Wikipedia page makes me want to puke, like everywhere, just all over.
I mean, he might.
This is where you come in with your phrase.
He's a crackhead.
There.
He's a crackhead.
Yeah.
That's
I
me
mean-
though.
Hey, he might not have run the World Championships in 2015, but he ran New York City and finished sixth.
Wait, Spencer. He went over 110 and a half. He went 134.26.
Where?
When?
Igo
didn't
City
see that
Half
one.
Marathon 2016. He got 973rd place. Obviously, he's washed up. Like I don't. I don't know
Wait, where did you see that?
It's in the
Oh.
half marathons.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see it.
973rd place. He should just hang it up.
But
Okay,
That's-
wait, no.
that's the one random outlier.
Question
Jesus.
is, no, now what we got to check is, okay, so that half marathon was run around, it looks like it's around the second week of November. So
Okay.
that is 20, you said which one was it? It was 2016?
2016.
So now at the end of
Are
2016...
we going to cross-check this with his marathons? Or
yeah, at the end of 2016, he ran the Fukuoka National Half Marathon. Oh, sorry, never mind. He ran the Porto Marathon in Portugal, which was run 2 weeks afterwards in 2016, and he got second place in 2:14.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
And then
So
he
that
ran
was probably just a
Fukuoka.
training run. He was
Yeah.
probably just pacing someone out there.
He was jogging.
He was pacing his kid out there.
Yeah.
He was pacing whoever the hell he wants. Also, I just want to mention, for no reason at all, Daegu, Prague, and Stockholm back-to-back-to-back sixth place finishes.
Yeah.
This dude's literally an animal. He is an otherworldly being.
I don't think us mere mortals should be even allowed to talk about him anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of the podcast, guys.
I'm actually gonna look up these marathon results because I want to see if he paced somebody in his family. Because honestly, that might be what happened.
Kawauchi does hold the national 50K record, which is 2:44:07.
The problem
That's
is,
pretty soft.
I don't think I'm going to be able to find the results for this because the results are probably somewhere in Japanese online.
They're definitely
I'm
Japanese or
definitely
in,
not gonna be able to find
Very archived website.
If anybody knows how to find that,
Yeah. We're looking
you're
for the
probably not even going to
2016
bother to. So
We're looking for the 2016 Aegyo Half Marathon.
that's AGEO.
To be honest, if even one person has made it this far to like help us with that, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think so. But
Yeah.
you never know. There could be people who are in the Discord that
Yeah.
that they might
Yeah, some
listen to
people got the
this.
free time on their hands. Actually, that said, the people who have the free time on their hands are the ones in this fucking thing. So
Yeah, like Mike and Jordan and
you know,
the people who are always in there.
yeah.
The cool
So-
guys.
So the last thing to mention in Kawauchi's personal life, outside of he's married to, that happened earlier this year. So golf clap. He's known for a peculiar running style because he frowns in the face during every race, but reaching the finish line after all, just like Emil Zatopek.
Yeah. I mean, he's I'd be frowning too if I ran as many fucking marathons as
I mean, this dude's a living legend.
Yeah, like I said, he's going to peak and he's going to smile and he's going to win the 2020 Olympics. You heard it here first.
Could you imagine if he actually won the 2020 Olympics though?
All it has to do is rain and be cold, and he has a chance.
It's gotta rain, be cold, and he's got to have a pair of yellow-blue color wave Nike waffles.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have?
Because he's gonna run a 2:09 no matter what. So.
yeah.
It could be 1,000 degrees. He could be running on the surface of the sun, which isn't possible. He will run a 2:09. It doesn't matter. So everybody else better just make sure they're not running a 2:09.
Dude, this man's an
So
animal.
basically, he's going to beat all the U.S. guys, is what I'm saying. Shots fired.
Yeah.
Run
I think
faster,
he did beat.
guys. Come
I
on.
think he did
You can
beat
do
all the
this.
U.S.
It's
guys.
all you
At,
do.
I think he did beat all the U.S. guys in the Doha World Championships.
Don't let me pull a moose on the loose right here, because I will go off on American marathoners.
Go for it.
Let's save it.
Absolutely not. They have families. Some of them.
Well, I mean, first, dude, this has got to go like somewhere into the known universe of media for it to be hurtful. So,
I mean, I was talking about breaking 20 in a 5K, so like I don't think any of them even care that I exist or breathe. So
yeah,
let alone run. So
fair enough. I mean, you're on Strava, so they might,
we all are.
cross the
So
profile.
I mean, if they follow me and like start talking trash, that's like an easy clout farm for this podcast, obviously. So please, roast me to your heart's content because I deserve it.
roast all of us. We don't fucking care.
Let's just start naming marathoners. Give a small pause afterwards, and I'll just edit in someone saying "sucks" after each one.
Yeah,
We'll just do that for 10 minutes to close it out.
of course.
Yeah, Tyler, let's save your.
That's never gonna happen. I really can't go off on them because we have to see what happens at CIM and at the trials and at the Olympics, and then I can go off on them.
Let's see what happens at CIM.
I'm not gonna go off until after the Olympics.
I'm gonna be egging you on it after CIM, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'll throw out some shots towards some people, but I'm not gonna throw out shots towards all of them yet, because they got time. I'll give them that.
Everybody's got time,
dude. Like Jason Halpin from the House of Run podcast, I am not impressed. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and then you look at Yuki Kawauchi, and then everyone's impressed. So, like this dude's an animal.
Just run. Oh, never mind.
All right.
I can't do it. It's
obviously, like I said, favorite memory of Shalane is 2017 New York. We said that's on par with Meb in Boston in 2014. Just like the timing and how long it's been up to that point, like that was perfect. Shalane's reaction is forever etched in everyone's hearts. Her dropping the F-bomb on live TV. Well, not audibly, but you could see that she said, "Fuck yeah."
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's iconic. She's one of the best distance runners in American history, and we would like to formally congratulate her on an absolutely unbelievably impressive career. And
we wish her the best moving forward as now one of the coaches of Bowerman Track Club.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Thanks for letting me know. Live on pod.
She announced that on her Instagram, dude.
I'm going to be honest, I don't follow her. I'm trying to keep that ratio.
Tyler, what the fuck?
I'm just kidding. My follow ratio is, I think, double negative currently. I don't.
Dude, mine's horrendous, and I don't even care. So
yeah, neither do I. But
if I went through and started cleaning out some of the bots that are just like photography account bots, I'm probably in the negative.
Yeah, like Al Lacey Photography. At him. I'm joking. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a former. He's from Oregon. I think he made He takes really good pictures, but he for a little bit he was following a ton of people who followed running accounts, and he was just farming followers.
Oh yeah,
He's a really cool guy.
Again. I'm starting to upload on Instagram again. I've decided that I'm gonna make a return to social media because I need social validation to feel a little bit better. Yeah, so
I think we all do.
I don't.
Yeah. So Strava just isn't cutting it.
I feel bad no matter what. Don't worry.
Yeah.
LOL XD so edgy.
Indeed.
Any final takes, guys?
Yuki Kawachi, by my count, could be wrong, has run sub 210 13 times. Come on, boys, let's get it together, okay? Come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, please cut that. Actually, I'm actually going to. No, listen, I'm going to require you to cut that one. I will not do this podcast again if you don't cut that
one. All right. That was perfect. All right. Again, thanks for listening to episode 1 of Unattached. Wherever you may be listening to this, whether it's on your long run, just sitting by your desk doing some work,
in the car delivering pizzas,
in the car on the highway in the middle of nowhere. Who knows?
You could be locked in a basement. People could be playing this as a torture device. You never know. It's very possible. But
regardless, we thank you so much for listening. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, the 3 of us love running, even though one is a complete amateur.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to argue with that because you're not wrong. Technically, we're all amateurs, though.
Yeah, we're not even going to get into that level. But I'm Spencer Mahon.
I'm Tyler Bowman,
and I'm Shreyas Sriram.
And we will talk to you on the flip side.